Congratulations, you're born. There's no hospital, no warm blanket, no doting grandparents. Your first sensation is the coarse, dusty earth against your skin, followed quickly by the buzzing of flies. Your mother, exhausted and wary, licks you clean like any other mammal and shoves you toward her breast. Around you isn't a nursery, it's an open-air abattoir where you are permanently on the menu. The world you've entered is in the middle of the Pleistocene. The climate is a fickle, violent god, swinging between brutal droughts that turn the land to cracked pottery and torrential rains that drown the world in mud. Your home is a shallow cave carved into a rock outcropping, its walls stained with soot from a fire that is your tribe's most precious possession. At night, you don't hear lullabies. You hear the deep, rumbling cough of a cave lion and the whooping, manic laughter of giant hyenas, predators that see your small, 30-person tribe not as a society, but as a poorly defended buffet. Your day-to-day life is a masterclass in misery. You wake up when the sun rises because sleeping in means you might not wake up at all. The first order of business is survival. Is there water? Is there food? Is that rustle in the grass a harmless rodent or a black mamba with a grudge? Your communication with a vocabulary of grunts, pointing, and the occasional panicked shriek. There's food, a guttural sound pointed at a berry bush. There's danger, a sharp cry accompanied by wide eyes. There's come, a gesture. It's efficient, in a way. It keeps you alive. But for you, it's not enough, because somewhere in your brain a switch has been thrown, a mutation, perhaps in a little gene we'll one day call FOXP2, has rewired your mind. Where your kin see a deer, you see more. You see a plan. You try to explain it. You use a new sequence of sounds. A sound for you, a sound for go left, a sound for I, a sound for go right, a sound for we trap. You point, you grunt, you make the sounds over and over. They just stare at you. Your tribe's alpha male, a hulking brute we'll call Ugg, just shoves you aside and leads the charge directly at the animal, which, of course, bolts and disappears. He glares at you as if your strange mouth noises scared it away. You just wanted to help. You just wanted them to understand. Your body is a temple, but it's a temple that's constantly being demolished. You're about 5'6", wiry and covered in scars. That gash on your leg from a slip on a sharp rock, it's been oozing for a week. There's no antiseptic, no antibiotics. Your immune system is a bare-knuckle boxer fighting a gang armed with knives. Sometimes it wins, often it doesn't. A simple broken bone is a death sentence. A toothache is a week of blinding, mind-numbing agony that can only be solved by starvation or letting someone try to knock it out with a rock. Childbirth is a coin toss where the losing side is a slow, agonizing death. Your life expectancy, if you're lucky enough to survive childhood, is about 30. But the physical pain is nothing compared to what's happening inside your skull. You are a ghost in your own tribe. You possess the first ever internal monologue, and it is a relentless, torturous narrator. When a child dies from a fever, the others keen for a day, a primal expression of loss. Then they move on. The memory fades. But you have a word for her. You have a word for gone. You have words for yesterday when she was laughing. You have the concept of forever, a crushing weight of silent emptiness. You are the first human to truly be haunted by the past. You're also the first human to be terrified of the future. The others feel hunger. You understand famine. You see the herds moving south, and you think, the long dry is coming.
You try to communicate this, to warn them, to plan, to store food. You make a sound for water, then a sound for gone, and you point to the sun. They just look at you, confused, before going back to picking lice out of each other's hair. You are a prophet whose prophecies sound like gibberish. Evolutionarily, you are a massive leap forward. You are the proof of concept for Homo sapiens 2.0. The ability to use syntax to assign abstract sounds to objects and ideas is the single most powerful weapon ever developed. It will allow your species to build cities, write symphonies, and walk on the moon. It is the foundation for everything. But you're not thinking about that. You are a software update running on incompatible hardware. You're a bridge between two worlds, and a bridge gets walked on from both sides. To your tribe, you are strange, unpredictable, possibly cursed. Your complex noises and attempts at planning are a disruption to the ancient instinctual rhythm of their lives. Sure, you have anxiety. You worry about your quarterly review, your Bumble date, or that weird noise your car is making. But your anxiety is a pampered house cat compared to the primordial beast clawing at the inside of this person's skull. You think being misunderstood is painful. Try having the thoughts that will one day build empires, but a vocal toolkit that might as well be a broken kazoo. You feel lonely. Imagine being the only person in a species of thousands who can ask the question, "Are we alone?" and knowing, with absolute certainty, that you are. Your depression is a chemical imbalance. Theirs is a perfectly logical response to being a sentient mind trapped in a pre-sentient world. You have therapists and SSRIs. You have a rock to talk to. And here is the twist. The deepest, most gut-wrenching part of your story. One day, you find one, another person, a young woman from a neighboring tribe you encounter by a river. She was clumsy, awkward. She made strange sounds too. And one day, you make one of your sounds, the word you invented for water. And she points at the river and repeats it. It's a miracle. A dam breaks inside your mind. The crushing weight of your solitude lifts. For the first time in your life, you are not alone. You teach her your word for sun. She teaches you her gesture for bird. Over weeks, you build a tiny, fragile bridge of shared meaning. It's the first conversation in human history. You speak of the moon, of your fears, of a shared dream for a better way to hunt. You are creating a new world just for the two of you. And then, one morning, you find her. She was bitten by a snake while she slept. It was quick. It was pointless. It was just another Tuesday in the Pleistocene. You hold her, and all the words you created together turn to ash in your mouth. You have invented language, and now you have invented the elegy. You have the words for love and loss, hope and despair, but you have no one to say them to. The first shared consciousness on planet Earth has just been unplugged. You will live out the rest of your short, brutal life. You will pass on your genes, and maybe Just maybe, this gift of language will take root in your children and your children's children. They will be the ones who benefit. They will form new societies, outcompete the Neanderthals, and eventually inherit the earth. But you will never see it. You are the forgotten martyr of human consciousness, the pioneer who died of loneliness on the frontier of the mind. Because it sucks to be the first human with language, and the only thing worse than a world without words is being the only one with them.